Hello, strong people. Week 11. I was right about that, by the way. If you caught last video, I was like, oh my God, is it actually week 12 or whatever? It's not, it's week 11. I just can't count. But we all knew that. So today, week 11, what did I say? Week 11, day 3. What is today? Kind of a lower body accessory. Hang cleans, RDL'S, torture, which is just SSB front box squats for sets of like 15. It's torture. I don't know after that. So I'm really sad about it. I don't want to do it. It's Thursday. That's usually how it goes on Thursdays. But I also would feel incomplete if I did not do the workout. So I'm really bad at leaving things unfinished. If I start something, I'm like, gotta do it. So here we are. Once I start, I'm in for the most part. So it's 5 sets of 3 on hang cleans today. So maybe I'll try 225. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to talk myself through this one. So as my last set, what I do, and I see it every time I do it, I get above the knees and I do this. I go straight-legged. Olympic lifters don't do that from what I've seen. When they pull, their knees are slightly bent the whole time, and then they come forward, push the knees forward, and they don't fully extend until it's through the hips. So, muscle memory tells me to deadlift, but this movement requires me to not really deadlift. Like it is in a way, but it's not. So I'm gonna try to think through. There's so many moving parts to this. It's tough for me to get it down right. But it bothers me that I can't. At least not yet. Oh God, that's... I don't know if that was it or not. Yeah, that's enough of that. God dang it. I don't like hang cleans. They make me sad. It's really annoying. But to me, that's one of those movements that just takes a long time to figure out. Olympic lifts, look, I don't talk bad about any member of any sort of fitness, whatever you want to call yourself, CrossFit, strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, Olympic lifting. I love it all. Get in the gym, sure. Except for the people that do all those really stupid things, and just don't lift weights. No matter what you do, you should lift weights, I think. Being strong is never a bad thing, and having muscle isn't a bad thing. So But that's besides the point. Olympic lifting is so technical. Not that things in strongman aren't, but this one is very technical, especially for me, having never truly done it. It's difficult. I don't like being bad at things, especially in the gym. So it bothers me that I can't do what I know I need to do. I'm happy that I was able to move the weight, but I want it to be technically sound, and it's just not. But I need to give myself a little bit more leeway, because to properly do these movements, it's going to take a lot of time. And I'm not going to dedicate that much time to it, because it's just a primer. It's not a true one of my main lifts. It's just, But, oh well. Let's move on to RDL'S. I want to try to go kind of heavy today on these, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Maybe I'll throw a belt on probably. It's only like sets of 5, so it's got to be somewhat heavy. So let's see. RDL'S were fine. They didn't feel very good. I feel like I get a better hamstring stretch whenever I go lighter, more like slow and controlled. But I don't know. I have oddly flexible hamstrings. Like I can put like my palms to the floor. So I feel it's a little bit difficult for me to get a good stretch on my hamstrings because of the flexibility, maybe. That's how I feel it. That could be complete BS. I don't know for sure. But it feels that way. Like when I wear, if I wear Olympic shoes or like a deficit, like if I'm standing on a plate, and then I do RDL'S, I can feel it right away, the bottom half. And then at the knees, I kind of stop pulling, because that's where it no longer really feels like hamstrings at that point. It's more glutes. Which, yes, that makes sense. But so I don't know if I should just completely switch to like doing deficit RDL'S, because I want to get strong in the deadlift position. I know in RDL you're a little bit in a different position, but it's similar, you know. Bar on the floor, feet on the floor, no deficit, no raised bar, nothing like that. So I want to get strong in that position. So I don't know if that's the right thing to do if I move to like doing deficit RDL'S full time. So I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But I'm not gonna lie. I finished up those sets, and I've been sitting here for longer than I'd care to admit, putting off these sets of 15 on squat. But we're gonna do it. You guys are probably tired of hearing me saying I'm tired, but I am. And my legs are still sore from Monday. I'm going to warm up, and I'm going to do this, but if it feels bad, it may be better to call it. I almost didn't come out to lift tonight. I was going to push it back to tomorrow just to have an extra day of rest, but I got to, I'm working overtime tomorrow. And then we do our usual Friday, go get groceries and all that fun stuff. So I wouldn't really have time tomorrow to do it either. And Saturday I already have to train, and I don't train on Sundays. So I'm going to get in what work I can today. So let's get ready for some squats. All right, well, that went about as well as I thought it would. Just those trap bar deads in the early in the week are just annihilating me, it feels like. So I think what the difference between this time doing trap bar and like when I did them for nationals 2 years ago, 23 nationals. So year and a half ago, whatever. I was pulling with super high hips back then. It was just like hips and upper back holding me in position. I wasn't really pushing through my quads all that much. And it worked out, 948 pounds, tied for second on that event. So I can't be too mad about that. But the way that I'm trying to train them this time around in the off season is I'm trying to stay in my quads a lot more, push through my quads the whole way. So I'm trying to squat down a little bit more. I don't know how well I'm actually doing it, but I got to be doing something better because my quads are just, they're cooked still 3 days later. And I think that's partially my fault. I don't think I'm doing, I don't think I'm recovering as well as I could be. And it's sleep. It has to be sleep because I don't really have, I'm good at getting carbs in, proteins, whatever. I don't really have a problem with that. But I definitely have to be lacking quality sleep. Obviously, I have to at some point to justify the CPAP that I'm getting. So I do have sleep apnea. And this helps a little bit, definitely. So I didn't wear these for a little while, started wearing them again, felt way better in the mornings. But there's still some days where, I wake up and it's like I didn't sleep at all is what it felt like. And it always seems to be like that Wednesday night into Thursday. And it's just probably me. I would say I need to go to bed earlier, but even if I do, if it's not good sleep, then it probably won't matter that much. But it's definitely not going to hurt me to sleep an extra hour. So I should just do that. I should just take my own advice there. I still get like 7 hours, which should be good. Like that's a good amount. But more is merrier, generally speaking. If you're unfamiliar with lifting and recovery, sleep is king. Sleep is the best recovery out there. So prioritize it. And if you're not sleeping well, try to do something about it. So I think I'm going to try to get to bed a little bit earlier on Wednesday nights. Try to get 8 hours instead of 7. See if it makes a difference. If it's not quality, I'm kind of doubting it, but I don't lose anything if I do try to get that extra hour. So worth a shot. Because my Thursdays, they're off. They're not good, which is pretty normal for me. I don't want to say normal, but if I have an off day, it's usually a Thursday. And I think it's hard doing legs, like compound movements like this on a Thursday. For me, because typically when I do movements like this, like leg day focused, it's the 4th day of the week, but I have a full rest day the day before, and I press the day before that. So having that full day off prior to doing legs, I feel like is like the perfect reset for me. Same thing what I do on Wednesdays. I have a full day off after Monday. Monday is usually main press, Tuesday off day, Wednesday deadlifts, Thursday press accessory. So squatting on Thursdays is new for me, as in like this off season new. And I think having those trap bars on a Monday and trying to really push through my quads is just annihilating my legs for a couple days. So I'm not mad about that. I want my legs to be annihilated like that, but I also want to be able to recover and have a proper leg day later in the week. So got to try to improve my sleep. Should be getting that CPAP fairly soon. There have been some issues with communication between doctors and the people that have it and all that fun stuff. You get the idea. But we'll get that, and hopefully that helps. Hopefully I can turn that 7 hours into productive sleep, quality sleep. I used to track my sleep a little bit, and I don't know much about it or how accurate like the Galaxy watches were, but I tracked it occasionally, and I had like almost no REM sleep, which I don't know much about sleep. We studied it vaguely in college in some of my psychology and neuroscience classes. And neuro. REM sleep is usually like, it's when you're dreaming, it's your deep sleep. So I don't know if that's like what you want to try to maximize for recovery purposes. Like what makes sense to me is deep sleep will be better. So the more you have of it, the better you feel. That might seem too obvious to be right. I don't know. That's just guessing, but I'll have to look that up. Maybe once I get a CPAP, I'll get another watch and track my sleep better. Or track it again, I should say. But I don't know. Realistically, I just need to put in the work on Thursdays anyway. My legs were not having it. They were so wobbly. I was getting a little bit anxious there. Higher up in the set, like 7, 8, 9, 10. I was just like, I'm scared that if I go down, I'm going to wobble on the way back up because my legs just feel jello-y. So I called it a few reps early. It's not happy about it, but I should have been smarter and dropped the weight down to go lighter and actually finish the sets of 15. Ooh, yeah, just standing up, I didn't like that. But I've talked enough. I'm going to end the video there. I got some whatever to do, usual accessories, lunges, reverse hypers, whatever else. But I'm going to end the video there. So rest day tomorrow, thank God. And then train Saturday. But I'm ready to go inside and eat something quick. I don't know what. Ooh, we have leftover chicken. I'll probably do that. And then until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.